the street at night, thinking about how good is my life. Took a moment to stop and say thank you. Have 5 children, what can I say? Nothing more makes a brighter day. Took a moment to stop and say thank you. Living good life, living good life, living good life. There was a time when I was hurt. Keeping focus, I just went to work, thanking him for blessing me so far. Things began to look better when that moment I met my heaven. Took a moment to stop and say thank you. Living a good life, this.
Hello, everybody. Happy International Jazz Day. My name is Candice Reyes. I am one of the founders of the Jazz Exchange, and I'm so happy to be here with you all today, as this is a day of celebration, a day of music, justice, peace, equality, what this music has done, and the musical art form, American art form that we all know and love, jazz. So thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Sorry for our delay. As always, you all know the virtual world, there's always technical difficulties. And as much as we've been doing this for the longest time, there's always something that comes up, but we appreciate your patience. And we're super thankful to have you here joining us tonight. It's been a whirlwind of a year, talking about jazz and thinking about performing and music, when the pandemic hit, when all this thing happened. And first and foremost, I hope that you and your families and everybody back home are safe, healthy, and well. This has been, like I mentioned, it's something that has made us stronger. As I always say, is, when something puts you down or holds you back, in the end, we come out stronger, united together. So again, thank you so much for joining us. We're really excited because we actually, I'll give you kind of a short, brief discussion on what happened when the pandemic hit. We were starting to think about all these things that we wanted to do with how do we do this virtually? How do we even make music so that it looks like we're all together, so that it sounds that we're all together? And I think there was so many thoughts, ideas, and, with a lot of praying, a lot of, really thinking about how do we get some of these things done. We've been able to do some amazing things with our virtual jazz sessions. It's a program that I'll be touching a little bit more on, but very excited overall and in general. But just so you all know, right when April hit, March hit, and that was when pandemic started. And April is when we started the Jazz Exchange Relief Fund. And that was just something that we said, us as musicians, my husband Abel Mireles and myself, we understand that was kind of one of the first things that went, and we just came up with, just do a relief fund. Let's start, asking people to support artists who are not going to be working, who were getting canceled, tours and canceled performances. And that's how we started our, I should say, pandemic year of 2020. In April, we started with the Jazz Exchange Relief Fund. To our surprise, there were so many supporters, so many people who were kind enough to even, choose our organization to donate to. And I think that was one of our biggest motivations, behind the scenes, to say, okay, we do have the support. We do have people who are willing to, support the arts. And I think that was something really, really important to us and to the artists. It really meant a lot. And through that, I would say we've been very thankful and, raised over a little over $4,000 within that time frame. And through that Jazz Exchange Relief Fund, we ended up doing the virtual jazz sessions. And so when, International Jazz Day happened last year, the International Jazz Day Association and them called us and contacted us and saw that we were doing these virtual jazz sessions. So we were one of the first organizations to put something virtually in the, in the New York City, New Jersey area, virtually. I mean, there was some stuff we're starting to come out and some people have done it before. But as far as like putting different people from different parts of, the states and from different parts of the world, we really kind of put that together. So anyways, Today we're really excited because we're going to be featuring all our virtual jazz sessions that we have done since April of 2020. And it's amazing. It's really cool because this is something that we're really excited to share with you all. You're going to see a lot of artists from New York City area and the New Jersey area. And then there's some artists who are from the West Coast that we'll also be highlighting as well. But before we get started with that, I definitely want to do a thank you, first and foremost, to all our donors and supporters for the Jazz Exchange Relief Fund. Without you guys, we wouldn't have had the chance to even do this, to even think about how this would have even started. So we're saying thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And, you know, we're very, very, very appreciative of your support. And with all that, we thank you so much. Our artists are very thankful to continue to stay creative, continue to stay connected with the community, even from the safety of their own homes. And so, again, thank you so much. We also want to mention that if you guys are new to the Jazz Exchange or you've never heard of us, welcome. We want you guys to please follow us on social media. On your screen here, you will see over here to my right over here. You will see the QR code. If you scan that with your phone, really simple. All you do is you turn on your phone and it's like if you're going to take a picture. So for those of you who don't know how to do the QR code, it's like if you're going to take a picture and you open it up as if you're going to take a picture, and all you do is put the camera up to the QR code, and it'll pop up and take you to our social media. If you're on your phone and you're using that right now and you can't do that, well, you can visit us at thejazzexchange.org, and we have all our social media information there. So please follow us on social media, see what we're doing, stay connected, and let's make sure we push the likes if you have a chance. All right, moving on. I also want to mention, as we said earlier, the Jazz Exchange Relief Fund. It's always here. We thank the donors, but we also want to thank our partners and sponsors for this. They play a very important part in the organization. TFCU has been a great supporter in the West Coast when we have done several things over there. And then we have Newman's Own Foundation, who, who have also been a huge support to the Jazz Exchange Relief Fund and supporting artists. Our fellow Jazz House Kids, we love them very much. They're also a great organization that we have partnered up for their summer workshops in our education program, which I'll be talking a little bit later this evening. Yardbird Entertainment, they've been great. We've done some virtual secret shows, which we'll also bringing up later this evening. Star City Studios and S-Mart. These are just some of our amazing partners that have also been sticking by us and supporting us throughout this whole transition of virtual. All right, so moving on. I'm really excited because we're going to start off first and foremost with our first virtual jazz session video. This video is actually a song called The Stakeout, and it is composed and arranged by Scott Archangel, who is an amazing piano player, a great friend of ours. And when we heard this tune, we were like, this is the song that we all want to put together and make it sound like we were all in one room performing and recording this. And this was actually one of the first videos that went to International Jazz Day's website and has gone viral in the jazz world videos. And so I'm gonna stop talking because I want you all to hear it first, and then we'll put the credits of who was performing. And so here we go. Woo! I told you. Oh my god, that was literally our first virtual jazz session video. And let me tell you, that song was fire. Scott Archangel, shout out to you. And this amazing composition and arrangement that you did for these amazing artists. Just so you know, nobody played together. Nobody came, and performed together. We were all from our homes. And I also want to let you guys know, because you support the Virtual Jazz Sessions program, you're not only supporting the artists to continue to be creative, you're also supporting people in the arts who do this kind of work, which are mixing and mastering engineers, video editors. And so for us, this is huge. This is why the program is so important to us, because we're hiring people, we're paying them, we're still making sure that they're staying creative. And how we can stay connected through the music. So you just heard that amazing arrangement of the Stakeout. So I hope you all enjoyed that. And please, check, if you want to know more, these are all also on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go there and you can check those out and keep putting replay if you want. Shout out to Nathan Eklund on lead trumpet, holding out that long tone, long note, high note. Man, there's some killing players, and we want to thank them all so much. All right, so moving on to our next video of our virtual jazz sessions. This one actually was, we also wanted to highlight this second video. We were saying, we also wanted to say, what can we do to highlight another composer and also highlight a lyricist? So this next tune we actually did was an original song from pianist composer Willem Dellisfort, and this is a song called "Breath Away." I have performed, or I've had the opportunity to perform, with Willem every now and then. He came and also played when we toured with my album. And so I love Willem's music, first of all. And he was one of the first people that I thought of. And when we reached out, we said, "Hey, Willem, we would love to do one of your originals." And I mentioned this one specifically. And he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So this tune was composed for a smaller group, his group. I think it was like 6 people. And we also said, is there a way we can get an arranger to come in and do it for a big band, or, and he was like, yeah, that's totally cool. So composed by Willem and arranged by our good friend, also bass player who plays with my band. His name is Charlie Dougherty. And the lyrics were by an amazing vocalist who I also love. Her name is Emily Braden. And so this piece kind of came together, and I was gonna sing it. So I said, yeah, I would love to do this. And we got some other, we changed it up a little bit with the band and made sure we were giving opportunities to other musicians to perform with us. So without further ado, I'm gonna turn it over to this beautiful song that I absolutely love, and I hope you all love it as well. It's called "Breath Away," and it's by Willem Dellisfort, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And
growing fades of winter to spring, those blues and greens, the hues of new beginnings, phases of young forever love as we grow. All these moments they still color my reality. Lost in a dream when our love was carefree. You were the one from down the way, finest day. Your smile was everything, pure and true. And you knew you were the reason for my reverie. Sweet like a song, the number one all summer long. I hung my heart on every word, every verse, swinging melody. Love's refrain to the fade, and then I prayed it would repeat again. Counting the days, if I could count up every single way I long for you, through weekends and months and moons, living for the first and the last, just adding up the hours as they pass. My heart beat to connect to your soul for blue phases of young forever love. Still we grow. To this day, you are the muse behind the melody.
Hey, feel good music, baby. That is what William Dallas Fort does with his music. If you weren't dancing or like feeling that, I don't know, you need to re-listen to it or something. Turn it up or something. Man, what a fun tune. Shout out to our two females, our two chicas in that band, Lauren Sevion on Barry sax holding it down, and Jennifer Wharton on bass bone. I mean, those two women are literally holding down that section. So shout out to those beautiful, beautiful women in that who were able to join us for this virtual session. Yeah, man, William Dellisfort and Emily Braden did that really cool song, and had the honor to sing it. I was so happy to do it. And man, Charlie Dougherty really got down on that arrangement for this big band. So it was so much fun to see that. Josh Evans on trumpet solo. Shout out to Josh. Man, again, this is just like a celebration of music, and this is what we need. Music really heals our soul. It really heals our minds, and it brings us to, happiness, I think. And I think that's why we're here showcasing and celebrating International Jazz Day. It's always important for those, the younger generation too, who maybe don't listen to jazz as much, to really understand that jazz is a wide spectrum. It's not the grandpa music that maybe, oh, grandpa puts it on a record player or anything like that. I think it's more than that. It's what connects us. It's the beauty of the improvisation, the freedom, the stories that we tell. And so, again, thank you to all the musicians who joined us on the Jazz Exchange Big Band for that specific video. And a little bit behind the scenes, just so you all know, like every musician that these first two videos with the Stakeout and Breath Away, there was a lot of, really talking through the whole process of video and how do you record yourself, and musicians starting to get gear. So I will say it was a lot of, it was patience and taking time to make sure that everybody had what they needed, and talking through that, and without, mentioning, everybody's name, but, all the artists did an amazing job on really trying to do that. But I also want to give a shout out to our friend and our colleague, Lee Hogans, who, man, I mean, he did the mixing engine. He was a mixing engineer for this, but he also was a mentor and also such a great inspiration to us to help all our musicians, making sure that the audio and the quality and everything was up to par. And so I hope you guys thought that was amazing. If you do, always give us some likes and hearts and whatever you want. So shout out to everybody tuning in tonight. Again, my name is Candice Reyes. We're celebrating International Jazz Day by checking out all our virtual jazz sessions videos. All right, I'm going to keep moving on because we got so many videos and music to listen to. And I hope you guys are enjoying your wine this Friday evening and just hanging out and enjoying life and living in the moment. All right, so this next tune is actually, well, these next two tunes that are coming up, we went to the West Coast virtually. Just so you guys know, I'm originally from El Paso, Texas, and my husband is from Juarez, Chihuahua, which is the border town from El Paso. And born and raised over there, we never forget where we come from. We never forget the roots. We never forget our family and our friends and our colleagues. A lot of mentors who have helped us and continue to help us, with our music growing up. And so we also wanted to make sure that we gave them a little piece of that. And I want to give a huge thank you to our sponsor who made this possible, which was TFCU, Teachers Federal Credit Union in El Paso, who said, we want to support artists in the El Paso, Juarez, and Las Cruces area. In the borderland area. And so we knew exactly who that was. And so shout out to everybody from El Paso, Las Cruces, Juárez, todos que están en el lado de Juárez. Saludos a todos. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros aquí en el International Jazz Day celebrando. Anyways, so we were all, excited, and we reached out to all our friends and people that we have played and haven't seen in forever. long story short, we put a band together and we had the opportunity to do two videos. And one was with a big band and the other one was with a combo. So I'm going to talk about the big band first. The big band, this was an opportunity to actually, I wanted to write, something, lyrics. And Abel, my husband, who's also the saxophone player, he did an arrangement of this song. And so I wanted to write lyrics to this song. And it's an original song from both of us. He composed it. I did the lyrics. And this is really talking about, what's going on with what was going on then. Just like we weren't able to see anybody. We weren't able to go out. It was talking about how dark things can get and, the depression and the sadness, but also how we were, thinking about the memories and everything that we loved about being with people and sharing those moments. So anyways, this song is a beautiful song called Something Like Before. And I'll talk a little bit more after the video so you guys can check it out. But this is the Southwest Big Band, and they're performing Something Like Before, an original song by Abel Mireles. And I hope you guys like it.
Just like the rain that falls from clouds to me set freedom, solitude, depressed in this misery, to hold you tight all through the night, just like before. Your presence and your touch is a moment that is now a memory. but it's with me evermore. Believe and you'll see, bringing the future, not the past. Love, hope, and faith will only last. It's just something like before. That look when you smile, it's just something like before. It's been quite a while, but it's with me evermore. Real peace, all this earth will be the key that sets us free to rearrange reality. It's just something like before. Your laugh and your kiss, it's just something like before. It's moments I miss, but it's with me evermore. Believe and you'll see, bringing the future, not the past. Love, hope, and faith will only last. It's just something like before. That look when you smile brings a joy inside my soul. It's been quite a while, you know I need you, baby. Peace on this earth will be the key that sets us free to rearrange reality. Let the love inside revive you. That look when you smile brings a light into that darkness. It's been quite a while, but you're with me evermore. Peace on this earth will be the key that sets us free to rearrange reality. It's just something like before. But it's with me evermore. Believe and you'll see, bringing the future, not the past. Love, hope, and faith will only last. It's just something like before. That look when you smile brings a joy inside my soul. It's been quite a while, you know I need you, baby. Peace on this earth will be the key that sets us free to rearrange reality. Let the love inside revive you. That look when you smile brings a light into that darkness. It's been quite a while, but you're with me evermore. Peace on this earth will be the key that sets us free to rearrange reality. It's just something like before.
Yeah. We'll change the credit here, but man, I hope you guys like that. That was the Southwest Big Band, something like before, composed by Abel Mireles and actually arranged. I forgot to mention that earlier. Arranged by Scott Archangel, who you guys heard from with the first tune, the Stakeout. What a great collaboration. This really was a binational collaboration with Mexico and the U.S. We had people from Juarez, Chihuahua. Elena Valenzuela was on Barry sax. We had Jesus on, Jesus was on piano. Abel Mireles, who was on tenor sax. And I can't see that far. I wish I could read all the names. And then we also had, give me a second. I'm reading the names here. Javier Rodriguez was on trumpet. And then we also had the opportunity to reach out to some of our professors from the University of Texas at El Paso, UTEP. Yay. And also to professors also at NMSU, which was Pancho Romero and Alan Kaplan. And then at UTEP, we had Mr. Steve Wilson, Frank Otero. And I mean, I'm telling you, it was just amazing to have everybody, Sean Mahoney as well, on this actual tune. So thank you guys so much for tuning in on this one. We're going to turn it over now to the combo, which is still part of this same kind of feel. It's the Southwest combo, and it's a sextet, if I believe. And they're actually doing a tune called The Thing to Do by Mr. Jimmy Heath. And it was arranged by Abel Mireles. And so you're going to get to see some more faces and musicians from El Paso and Juarez. So I hope you guys enjoyed this next tune called The Thing to Do. cool tune, man. Arranged by Abel Mireles, but an amazing tune by Mr. Jimmy Heath. And again, like I said, it was a binational collaboration as well with that. And we want to thank the sponsors for that video as well, TFCU, for making that possible and believing and supporting the arts in El Paso, Juarez, and Las Cruces area. So all the musicians that you saw on that particular video are from one of those places, and so it's great because we get to see we get to see everybody there, you know. I do want to mention that we had so Abel Mireles you got to see on sax, and we had Frank Giovanni Maldonado on trumpet, Stephanie Munoz on tenor sax, Lawrence Brown on drums, and one of our alumni from our educational program. Her name is Chantel Barrera, and she's an amazing bassist who is now currently attending the new school. And we had Carlos Barba on piano, also an amazing musician from the Juarez area in El Paso. So thank you guys to them. And of course, to everybody who was tuning in. I hope you guys liked that tune. All right, we're moving on to our next virtual jazz sessions video. Now, this one, at this point, you know, we had already done, we're already on our 5th video, right? So they take a lot longer than you think, and a lot of preparation behind the scenes really goes into these videos. It's not as easy as you think. But with a production team, with everybody that helps and supports us, we're able to make it, you know, easy as possible for our artists so that they can, do what they do best and sound professional. And I hope that you all are also appreciating the quality of these videos, because it really means a lot to us. Our production team has worked really, really hard doing the video editing, the mixing and mastering. We've worked with some amazing, amazing people who also fell out of work with a lot of stuff. And now with this, it's just been another component for them to continue doing work. Again, if you are just tuning in, I am Candice Reyes. I am one of the founders of the Jazz Exchange, along with my husband, Abel Mireles, who is the saxophone player that you guys have seen in a few of these videos as well. We're going to move on to this next video that we were really excited. We wanted to highlight the Latin jazz community and really bring out, the music, the culture. We really wanted to reach out to especially the musicians in the New York City area and the Bronx and Queens and, in the boroughs that are really understand this music, who have been living it, who have gotten to meet legendary musicians and perform with them. This was really a high group of professional musicians that we were so excited to work with. Steve Oquendo and the Latin Jazz Orchestra. Steve Oquendo is a good friend of ours and an amazing trumpet player. And so we were able to talk with him, and we connected. My husband actually has played with his band. So we said, hey, we should highlight this band. It's an amazing band. And I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was about 23 to 25 members. It was a big thing. But what was really cool is at the beginning of this video, you're going to see some amazing cultural native language that is being spoken, and they're playing the bata. So Camilo is an amazing percussionist, and he's going to be doing that. And then you're going to hear this arrangement of Macho by Jorge Millet. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and here it goes.
Ache Olodumare, Ache Olofin, Ache Olorum, Ache Aba, Ache Ye, Ache Goda, Ache Seda, Ache Bobo Charumale Nigodum, Ache Bobo Charumale Nigosi, Ache Logera, Ache Jupa, Ache Irao, Ache Mosun, Ache Morum, Ache Mosain, Ache Miolu Suayu Egumbe Dura, Ache Muyubonagam Yeguntesa, Ache Babanko Mi, Ogunda Fu, Ache Miyare Ocha Changuarai, Ache Muyubonagam de Ocha Fumo Yuba, Ache bete bi ayafa, babada bi. Ache bobo awo, iya locha, baba locha. Apete bi abure mo alaña, iworo, que go baile.
Vamos, vamos, todos. ¡Ey! La gente de Puerto Rico, República Dominicana, de Cuba, de Japan, the US. Oh my God, this was like a what a fun video. What a fun group. Amazing musicians. Shout out to Steve Oquendo and to Matthew Whitaker, amazing young emerging artist that is coming up on Oregon, who has been, highlighted in a lot of things. Please keep an eye out on him. He's doing a lot. And yeah, I mean, Carmen Lavoy holding it down on the berry. Shout out to La Chica aquí, que she's holding it down and keeping it going, Shout out to the Latina women also being strong and supporting and showing that's amazing. We can do it. And again, Steve Oquendo, what an amazing band. Congratulations to you and your amazing group and, all these amazing musicians that we had the opportunity to really work with. It was super fun. This was probably the largest group we've worked with our virtual jazz sessions. So, woo! I was up and dancing. So if you weren't, then go back and listen to it again. Anyways, I do want to mention. So we got up to our five virtual jazz session videos. You guys are actually going to be watching 3 new virtual jazz session videos that is only coming out today that we're featuring at the end of this celebration. But before we get into that, I do want to bring up 2 more videos that before that we're going to be highlighting, and these are emerging musicians. We have our secret shows, and I'll kind of be brief on what that is. We would do our secret shows. People would come, check out new venues, check out new artists, and just have an experience where they discover, they experience music and meet new artists and new people. And so this was really something we had done. This was actually our last in-person secret show that we had was February 2020. And so the way our secret shows work, if you've never attended one, we always have an emerging artist open up for an established or legendary, artist. And so anyways, we figured we'd highlight these 2 amazing emerging artists that one participated in our in-person in Brooklyn in February of 2020 before the pandemic hit. And this young piano player is an amazing pianist and composer. I know he was recognized. I don't know his full bio, but I know he was recognized and won some awards for composing. And so we really wanted to showcase and highlight Miles Lennox on piano today. Playing a song entitled Heads Up, 7 Up. And then our other video that we're just going to play these back to back, but our other video also is going to be of another emerging musician artist who participated in our virtual secret show. So this was in November of 2020 when we didn't do any in person. This was just kind of like broadcasting a live stream from somewhere. And this was actually taking place at the National Jazz Museum in Harlem in New York City. So we had the opportunity to have this amazing bassist. Her name is Destiny Diggs Pinto with her band, and she's performing an original composition called Elena. So I hope you guys enjoy these. These are not our virtual jazz session videos. These are actually our Secret Shows Emerging Musicians videos. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you soon. And turn up your volume so you could check it out. Wow, beautiful, right? Those you just heard two of our emerging musicians who took part in our secret shows. One that was in person. If you saw Miles Lennox, seven Heads Up, Seven Up, that was in February 2020 in person when we were doing our secret shows, and then with Destiny Diggs Pinto band that was actually virtual in November of 2020. So these are young students in the Manhattan School of Music doing their thing, continuously practicing, composing, and creating, um, even during the difficult times. And I think because of that, they're writing some amazing music. So it's lovely to hear our future generation to going through their own experience, their own journeys of music. And so it's very important for us to bring up what the Jazz Exchange has done and is continuously doing. We have an educational program, and it's called the Jazz Exchange Education Program. And we partnered up with local organization in Montclair, Jazz House Kids, with Melissa Walker and Christian McBride, and Smart from Juarez, Chihuahua. And what we do is our organization supports students from El Paso and Juarez, where we're originally from, to come from the West Coast to the East Coast to be part of Jazz House Kids Summer Workshop. And so it's really important for us to have these opportunities for our students and for these young generations to just even create, be with other fellow musicians. I know last year it was done virtually, and we had about 6 students from Juarez who were participating last year. And I know this year it's going to be hybrid. And so if you'd like to support us in that way, and you feel generous, that's always helpful to our organization to support and sponsor a student so that they have these opportunities. So just a quick story, 2 of our alumni, Chantel Barrera that you saw on bass, and we had a drummer, Balam, who also attended 2 years ago, and both now are attending the new school, and had gotten some scholarships, and they had other plans to go somewhere else. And because of this opportunity through the Jazz Exchange educational program, they were able to just connect and network with the right people and be amongst great musicians that are their age, and mentors and legendary artists who were teaching them. So it really has been a great opportunity for these young students. So if you want to learn more, you can scan the QR code that's on the screen to get more information, to see about our educational program. And if you'd like to sponsor a student, if you'd like to, just know a little bit more, please visit us on our website too. It goes straight to our educational program, and you can do all that good stuff. And anyways, we're going to move on. So we're excited because you guys who are tuning in tonight are going to see for the first time 3 new virtual jazz session videos. So from Macho, from the 5th virtual jazz session video, now we're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8 new videos, but these 3 are going to be showcased only tonight. And so I want to recognize some of the artists that are in these the 2 videos that are going to be coming up, that are playing back to back. Some of these artists were, recipients of your generous donations to the Jazz Exchange Relief Fund that needed support during our difficult time. And they are very, very appreciative. And so we thought we'd reach out and ask them if they wanted to be part of our virtual jazz sessions video. And we did this kind of in a crunch, but I know that we had some opportunity to work with 2 amazing composers. One is Gabriel Chikarji on piano from Venezuela, and the other one is trombonist, amazing musician, who's always playing here in the city, and you see him around playing all over with big bands and stuff. Corey Wallace, and he has his own group as well. And they both had their arrangement or compositions that they gave to the Jazz Exchange and said, yeah, let's do something with it. And so some of these artists that you're seeing on these videos are also recipients, like I said, from the Jazz Exchange Relief Fund, and have been very thankful for your support in donating to that, and having the opportunity to just even perform and do what they do best. So without further ado, I'm going to have you guys watch the first tune. The first one that you're going to watch is called Not So Parallel. And this is actually by pianist Gabriel Chakarji. And it's an original composition. And so I hope you guys like this tune. And the second one that you'll hear is Way Out Willie by Corey Wallace, and it's actually it's by Seamus Blake, and it's arranged by Corey Wallace. So I hope you guys like these next two virtual jazz sessions that are new. So this is the first time anybody's watching them. So show your support and turn up your volumes, and here we go. Yeah. You all were the first to hear and watch those two amazing videos and musicians. Shout out first to the Gabriel Chikarji on piano for Not So Parallel, an original song of his. And we had some amazing artists on that. And then on our second tune, that was actually Way Out Willie by Seamus Blake, but arranged by Corey Wallace. And man, shout out to Sana on drums. She was holding it down. Lynn Ligamari, the chicas. I always got to shout out the beautiful women holding it down and representing, what it is to be a woman and to be playing jazz, and also being amazing and mentors to other young female generations and musicians who are coming up in the scene. So shout out to those beautiful, beautiful women. I do want to do on Way Out Willie, you heard Chorus Wallace on trombone. You had Lynn Ligamari on tenor sax, Ron Jackson on guitar, Gabriel Chikarji on piano, Arturo Valdez, shout out to Arturo, and Sanat Kudra on drums. I'm sorry, I can't say her last name correctly, but Sana is an amazing, amazing drummer. And then on Not So Parallel, we had Gabriel Chikarji, who we mentioned again, was the arranger and pianist. On that, Corey Wallace on trombone as well. Lynn Ligamari on tenor sax. Ron Jackson, shout out to Ron Jackson on guitar. Man, that was super awesome. He's been an amazing, follower, fan, and he's also been such a huge support to our organization. And we wanted to also say for Not So Parallel was Marcos Varela on bass, and we also had Andrew Atkinson on drums. So shout out to all those amazing artists who participated in this virtual jazz sessions video with us. All right, so we got one more for you guys, and this is a whole other thing that we're super excited as well. This is with Radam Schwartz organ big band, and this is an original song that he did. It's called Chorus Out, and you'll probably see a few familiar faces on there, but I'm going to let you guys listen to that. And then we just got a few last minute announcements, and we'll end our celebration. So I want you guys to turn it up and show your support for Radam Schwartz and this virtual jazz sessions video, Chorus Out, and I hope you enjoy it. Woo! Radam Schwartz and the Oregon Big Band. Bravo, bravo. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was actually my first time watching the video. I had been hearing the audio, but man, it's so cool to see all these amazing musicians participating and doing their thing on that. Yeah. Woo! David F. Gibson on that drums, man, holding it down, and the horn section and trumpets. Man, shout out to all the musicians. I won't name them, but they're on the screen. Yeah, amazing, amazing. So if you guys, you all had the treat and the honor to check out these 3 new virtual jazz sessions, we will be premiering them later in our YouTube. So only those who tuned in with us tonight were able to watch these virtual jazz sessions. But the way to continue to follow us and be in touch is, go to our website, stay in communication. You can always follow us on social media, and to know what other virtual jazz sessions are coming up, or any other new projects, even a secret show, hopefully, even whether that's virtual or in person. But stay connected with us. We need your support. We need people to stay connected with us. It's important. It's important to our musicians and all those who work with us and who have participated in all these videos, that people are out here still supporting the arts, the music, so that we do feel that we're still appreciated. And it's so important right now. It's always needed. Life without music would be very dull. And, in times of sadness, happiness, joyful moments, and more, we always need music to give us that emotional connection and really hit the soul. So thank you to all of you watching today. I do want to mention that if you'd like to visit us on our social media, you can scan the QR code on our screen right now, or you can just go to thejazzexchange.org and visit us there. I also want to mention, if you'd like to donate and support and continue supporting these virtual jazz session videos, please visit also, we'll put on the screen where you can scan and you can donate. Oh, okay, we don't have that one. All right, so but you can still visit us on the website, and you can go to our GoFundMe page. We'll put it in the chat, the GoFundMe page for the Jazz Exchange Relief Fund, and that's something that you all can go and support. You know, as you guys see, this is evidence of all the work, hard work, and the creativity that goes into from your donations and from your support. Another way to support, like we mentioned earlier, was through the educational programs sponsoring students in our future generation, so that we can keep this music alive, keep this culture of what jazz is. It's our, freedom to talk. It's our freedom to live. It's our way of connecting with people. It's our way of doing so much. And without jazz music and the culture and the Black history that comes from it is so important, and we got to continue it, so that we don't forget it, so that it keeps living in our minds, in our hearts, and in our thoughts. So all of you here tonight, thank you so much for checking out our International Jazz Day celebration of what we've been doing virtually at home. And all the work that has gone in. Shout out to our production team, who has done an amazing job with a lot of these videos to make it sound, professional as all these musicians who have participated in these videos, to make it look good, to make sure that all our artists have something to look forward to create, and to continue making, sending out that message. I also want to mention that if you would like to be in communication with us, please reach out through the social media handles. Please reach out to us in any sense. If you would like to do a secret show, or you'd like to have a space that needs publicity or needs support, that's part of how we work together with organizations and venues to make sure that we're still keeping the music alive, even if we have to do something virtual. So please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe. When we say subscribe, you're not paying anything. You're just pushing the red button that says subscribe. And anytime we put a new video out on YouTube, you'll get notified that we have a new video coming out. So if you didn't get a chance to see the 3 new virtual jazz sessions today, it'll be on our Facebook page, but we'll be premiering them on our YouTube channel. One last thing I do want to mention, today's the last day of April, which was been a Jazz Appreciation Month, and we are celebrating International Jazz Day. But every Wednesdays, we also host a live stream. It's called the Exchange Live Sessions at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook and YouTube, pretty much how you're watching this today, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. And we host it with different artists. We talk about, social justice. We talk about music, their projects, how you can continue to support artists. We really wanted to be that platform to showcase artists and their music, especially with, Spotify and all these things that are kind of taking over, musicians and not really getting paid for what they do. So next month, starting tomorrow, we celebrate Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And we are going to be having some amazing musicians, from wherever they are. We're going to be having them come on, and they're going to be doing some amazing talking about their projects. We're going to be talking and supporting the AAPI community through jazz and the history and the future that they collaborate with jazz as well. So please tune in every Wednesdays to our exchange live sessions from 8 p.m. to about 9:30. And we'll be in communication. So again, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed all the wonderful videos, music, and connections. And please stay in tune and in touch with us. It's always important to keep on swinging, keep the music alive, and keep supporting our artists and our future generations. You all have a good night. Again, my name is Candice Reyes, and I'm one of the founders of the Jazz Exchange, and we look forward to seeing you all again with more virtual jazz session videos. You all have a good night. Gracias a todos, and stay safe.
Walking down the street at night, thinking about how good is my life. Took a moment to stop and say thank you. Have 5 children, what can I say? Nothing more makes a brighter day. Took a moment to stop and say thank you. Living good life, living good life, living good life. There was a time when I was hurt. Keeping focus, I just went to work.